I'm working on 𝗬𝗫, which is a company to make better insurance reimbursement documentation for healthcare providers.
I'm working on 𝗦𝗲𝗀 Health, which is a telehealth addiction clinic that leverages agentic AI in order to increase quality of care.
The mentorship call with Satya was one of the biggest things in helping us determine how exactly we wanted to enter this healthcare space.
I think the big thing that the competition taught me was just exactly how to scale up systems and deploy them.
I hope that this year's winning team gets at least as much out of this Imagine Cup and Microsoft Build experience as we did.
The entirety of the startup and tech world is right there for you to meet, so just really take advantage of that.
Please welcome software engineer Donna Sarkar.
Hello, Microsoft Build. Who is ready to have a good time today? Everyone. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so let's do the most exciting part of the morning. For 24 years, Imagine Cup has been nurturing founders by bringing together the skills, the support, and the ecosystem they need, from cutting-edge tech to global connections, which influence not just what they build, but who they become as founders. This year, along with Microsoft for Startups, their journey was shaped by our partners at GitHub Education and Replit. They helped our founders build and ship with intention. Our founders were also matched with industry-leading mentors who've scaled products and companies and brought their expertise to support them. 3 startups out of all of them rose to the top from over 1,000 submissions, and they pitched to an incredible group of judges. Our judges this year were Dr. Irina Raicu, who is currently building 2 AI-native ventures as a solo founder. Bakari Brock, right there, who's the general manager at Microsoft for Startups, where his team builds and scales partnerships with top venture firms. And third, Thea Mervold, who's a third-time founder and an advocate for women and diversity in technology, along with inclusive and ethical AI. So what's at stake, right? What's at stake? All these founders have been competing because the grand prize is going to be $100,000 and a mentoring session with Satya Nadella himself. So with that, I'd love to introduce you to the 3 startups who've progressed the Imagine Cup World Championship.
What inspired me to create CopyFlag was when I experienced copyright infringement firsthand as a small independent creator. I realized I'd lost about £70,000. CopyFlag's AI-powered platform for independent creators and small business owners to detect copyright infringement that's been modified using AI to make it more difficult to detect. It searches across the web for matches or copies of their work and allows them to take action to remove it from online sites. As a result of being successful in taking down content, CopyFlag is also susceptible to fraudsters. So as part of that, we now verify who people are, who they say they are, and that the content they upload is owned by them. I think generative AI is such a powerful tool, and I'd really like to see it used as a force for good, so small creators can fight back just as hard as these huge corporations.
Currently, the world does have a food problem, but it's not that we're not making enough food, because we are. It's just not going to the right places. Overall, we hope to improve these supply chain distribution systems so that food can get routed to where it actually needs to be routed. Spoilsafe uses sensors and AI to predict food spoilage before it happens, and this helps operators intervene across the supply chain.
What we're trying to solve is not only reducing food waste on an environmental and monetary scale, but also bringing in actionable insight for these warehouse and distribution companies that inventory managers and supply chain operators can use in order to better manage their food inventory and not only prevent spoilage, but help distribute it out to the right retail store or grocery chain.
The vision for Spoilsafe ultimately is eventually bringing this to consumers, because we feel like that is ultimately what will solve this worldwide issue with food spoilage.
More than half the people going through physical therapy never really get better. We were able to recognize frustrations on both sides of this marketplace. There were patients who wanted care and couldn't get it, and there were providers who felt like they were doing work that could be automated. Revora Health is a platform that connects anyone who's injured with a specialist physical therapist in minutes instead of months at half the traditional cost, while providing support every step of the way. We make that matching process as seamless as possible, but also deeply personalized for both the provider and the patient. If you have any kind of disability, we have a way to meet you where you are, whether it's speaking a foreign language, whether it's gesturing, pointing, voice, text. We save physical therapists a ton of time across all of their workflows so they could spend more time providing high quality care and getting people to recover.
Okay, who's ready to meet the Imagine Cup World finalists? Yes? Let's see what they built. Come on out. All right. Shall we talk about what they've built? Okay. So first up, we're going to come to you, CopyFlag. Patrick, please tell everyone what you built. You're ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right.
Generative AI has made IP theft scalable. CopyFlag is the AI defense layer for creators. Simply upload your content and CopyFlag gets to work, fingerprinting, indexing, and searching online for copies of your content. Once uploaded, 5 signals run in parallel, such as AI remix detection, semantic checks, and background swap. Above 0.9, we recommend a takedown to the user to remove the content. Let's see how that looks. In our alert center, you can confirm as a copy and send a takedown straight to the source to remove the content. Now let's look at Horizon, our predictive engine. This uses product history and seller data to predict who, when, and what the next likely copy will be. Now let's go to repeat offenders. This shows a relationship map based on previous cases and allows us to take bulk action, such as removal, monitoring, or escalation. From reactive takedowns to predictive defense, CopyFlag makes AI the defender for creators.
Amazing. Thank you. As a fellow creator, I thank you for this work, and so do our incredible group of creators right here in the front row. Thank you, Patrick. All right, next up we have Spoilsafe. Rohan, please tell us.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ready, let's go.
Spoilsafe is a predictive decision layer for freshness and supply chains, combining low-cost sensors with intelligence. This is our main sensor pipeline, operated by an inventory manager at a warehouse. Our sensors are continuously collecting volatile gases, temperature, and humidity from the storage environments and populating this in real time. Let me put in strawberries as our food type, and let's press Get Decision. And what you get back is an automated time to spoilage prediction for exactly how long that batch has left, in a clear decision, in this case to keep it on the shelf for a few more days. Then, going over to our main sensor dashboard, you can see all currently active sensors. Another way we can analyze is utilizing the Compare feature. We have 2 pallets of strawberries stored under different conditions, and hitting Compare, we can see that our models are predicting very different outcomes. Batch A has over 3 days left and stays on the shelf, while batch B is already down to 21 hours, so our decision engine flags this for discount immediately. Spoilsafe is cheaper to deploy every pallet, fully automated, and provides a decision output that tells operators exactly what to do. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you. Hardware, software, sensors, AI, no big deal. Incredibly complicated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now let's hear from Revora Health. Tell us, Surya, you ready? Okay.
Revora Health is a platform that makes physical therapy more simple than ever. First, you tell our AI agent, Clara, about your injury, and we can find the perfect physical therapist for you. No more long wait times. In just a couple clicks, you're well on your way to getting the care that you need. Now let's fast forward and imagine that you're recovering from a knee injury, and it hurts while you squat. Clara is able to surface personalized insights that help you understand exactly why you're feeling your pain, like you could see in this modal right over here. Then, it's as simple as setting up your phone and talking to Clara about what feels wrong, and she provides empathetic support.
Hey, Clara, the abs of my knee right here hurts while I squat.
Sorry to hear that, Surya. Tell me more about what it feels like, and I can help reduce the pain.
But we didn't stop there. This recovery insight is then sent directly to my physical therapist, and you could see this insight from Clara here that tells them what I've been struggling with and even recommends a solution. In a click of one button, they can update my care program to add clamshells so I don't feel that pain again. With Revora, we provide instant access, affordable care, and continuous guidance.
Incredible. Thank you. Who could have used that for a knee injury or two back in the day? Yep, that's right. So you've all seen what these amazing teams have built, the architecture, the AI choices, the demos that hold up on a pretty big stage. But behind every product you ship has a story underneath it. To explore that side of the journey, I'd like to introduce someone who's seen up close how founders make the commercial and technical decisions that tend to matter the most. Please welcome the Vice President of Microsoft for Startups, Hans Yang. Thank you.
Thanks, Donna. So, the best part of my job is drawing inspiration from student founders who are wise beyond their years. So let's take a peek inside the minds of these incredibly talented founders from this year's Imagine Cup finalists. Surya, you first, please. Trust is the currency of healthcare, and it typically takes years to learn. You're a grad student, and you're already running pilots in clinics across multiple states. What's the lesson there for developers who feel like they're targeting an industry that isn't ready to let them in yet?
I mean, you're spot on about trust, Hans. What I've learned from my experience is that trust, especially within healthcare, is actually built from the ground up, not the top down. So when I started, I built validation cycles directly with physical therapists and clinicians, and I was iterating every single day. And what I've realized is that breaking into an industry isn't about having the best credentials or years of experience. It's actually about earning the trust of the people who feel the pain the most. And so to my builders and founders out there, my advice to you is simple. Build with genuine curiosity and deep passion, and build alongside the people who can help you shape the future.
That's great. Perfect. Co-design with your customers to build trust. That's great advice for a founder in any industry. Next, Advika Rohan. Advika, so after 50 customer conversations, one food safety director stopped you in your tracks with a single sentence. She said, "We don't need more data, we need actions." So how does a founder know when they finally heard the insight that inspires a pivot?
Honestly, you know because it reframes everything you've already heard. We'd experienced versions of this shared sentiment across dozens of interviews, but it felt like separate problems to tackle. When the director said it clearly, it clicked. That's when we knew it was real. Not when the feedback is surprising, but when one sentence suddenly explains everyone else. That understanding completely changed our conversations. Instead of selling visibility, we now sell confidence.
I love that pivot from selling information to selling an outcome. That's fantastic. I also understand your mom is out there, so do you want to wave to her really quick? Hi, Mom. So Patrick, you have a great story. Well, maybe not great. You lost 70,000 pounds of your own money to a problem that didn't have a solution yet. Creators are having their content copied or stolen, so you decided to build one. What convinced you to go from a victim of a problem to the builder of a solution?
So yeah, unfortunately, it cost me £70,000 to really understand the problem. My designs were copied and resold, and then the insight hit me. Creators and brands are losing money to copyright infringement they can't even see. Detection tools exist, but AI-modified copies slip right past them. So instead of waiting for someone to build a solution, I built CopyFlag. This allows us to turn an invisible problem into a visible one.
I love that point, turning invisible problems into visible solutions. That's great. That's a great way to describe the vision that all the best founders have. Thank you. So each of you provided such amazing insights for all the founders out there. And I really want to thank you for sharing that wisdom. It's so clear why you were selected as finalists for this year's competition.
It is so awesome to see how these founders have grown through their Imagine Cup journeys and all of the incredible support they've received from Microsoft startups and all of you, their broader community. Thank you to all of the mentors and coaches out there. We appreciate you so much. I think it's time to move on to the final stage of the competition. You all ready? Yeah. Hans, you ready to announce the winner? I didn't look.
You didn't look?
Okay.
Are you all ready?
Okay.
All right,
They're
let's do it. Okay, let's see. These 3 startups have all built with real ambition, skill, and heart. And getting this far, this is already a win. But today, only one of you can be named the Imagine Cup World Champion. And this year, this is a surprise for all of you, Microsoft is backing you more than they ever have before. So as a surprise, the grand prize is going up from $100,000 to $150,000. So the 2026 Imagine Cup World Champion is CopyFlag.